Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Crypto for Life, 68J. When XRP explodes in price, people you know will say you're so lucky. You will be saying, okay. But I like the image he put up. While everybody's asleep, the guy's still sitting up looking at the chart. Once XRP explodes, you are going to have a lot of sleepless nights. But you're going to be so hyped up at the same time, watching your portfolio grow as the price of XRP goes higher and higher. And we weren't lucky. We made it through a lot. Remember the bear market? Watching XRP move less than a penny in a whole day? Remember that? When we were sitting around 50 cents and everybody was frustrated. And it took a hell of a lot to get through that. But now you're about to experience the exciting times. Like I said, get some rest now because you have sleepless nights ahead. Brad Garlinghouse, what Amazon was to books, Ripple is to cross-border payments. That's a blast from the past. I remember when Brad first said that. And you know, Ripple is going to be much bigger than Amazon, in my opinion. It's going to be bigger than Google. It's going to be bigger than Microsoft. Ripple looks more and more like a central bank all the time. Where we're at right now is nothing compared to where we're going. And did you ever take notice when Brad Garlinghouse talks, he's so confident. You know why he's confident? Because whenever there's a round table and they're talking about cross-border payments, Brad always has a seat at those tables because XRP is the future. That's why he's so confident. Crypto czar David Sachs divested $200 million worth of assets to avoid any conflict of interest in the role. And I said, do you really believe this? A guy like David Sachs doesn't divest. They shift it from their personal holdings to an asset manager or a family member. They don't divest. You know, this guy, in my opinion, is a straight up Bitcoin maxi. And he's in a role in government that requires being neutral. Not Bitcoin only, neutral. This way, everybody gets a level playing field. Hopefully, he shifts his ideas around Bitcoin very soon. Donald Trump says our economy will boom like never before. And Black Swan Capitalist says to make the economy boom, they'll print money to stimulate growth, leading to higher debt and inflation. As the world shifts to a digital economy, this money, now digital, needs a system to move securely. As it rolls over, the XRP price will rise to handle the liquidity needed. And I agree with that. But I think what we're going to have is a period of hardship before the rise of the Phoenix. I think we're going to see much higher inflation for a period of time, possible stock market correction. And I think anybody that isn't positioned right is going to regret not investing into crypto while they had the chance. Because once this shift happens, that's going to be like the flip of the switch moment. We're going from the traditional system into the digital system. Paul Barron put out a post. What asset is your go-to for the long haul in crypto investing? Of the top market cap tokens and projects, if yours is not in the 4 options, list it below. And you see, Bitcoin only got 6.6%. XRP got 89.8%. Ethereum did horrible, 1.9%. Solana, 1.7%. But Bitcoin maxis hate to see this. This eats them alive because XRP is a major threat to Bitcoin. And Patrick Bet David put out a video, and they're now asking if Ripple paid him to promote XRP. Take a listen to what he says here.
There, for someone that doesn't want to specialize in this, it is something you have to pay attention to. Here's why. Let's just say XRP decides to, all of a sudden, they replace SWIFT. Let's say that happens. If XRP replaces SWIFT and FedNow, you know what happens? Let me give you some numbers here. XRP's ledger processes transactions in 3 to 5 seconds at nearly no cost, making it significantly faster and cheaper than SWIFT. So, SWIFT processes $5 trillion daily, or 1.25 quadrillion annually. If you didn't know what that was, quadrillion annually, SWIFT. If XRP captures 5 to 10% of volume, let's just say 10% of volume, $125 trillion annually. The demand for XRP, by the way, could be any of these other technologies we're talking about. Analysts estimate that a $10 trillion market cap could push XRP's price to $100 per token, with full replacement potentially driving it up to $1,000.
And the reason they don't like what he said is because way before we get to $100, XRP flips Bitcoin for the #1 spot. So now they think he was paid by Ripple to promote XRP. And he even said in the long version of that video that he wasn't paid by anyone. So do you think Patrick Bet David got paid to make that Ripple video? The good thing is the community doesn't believe it. 82.1% of the people say that nobody paid him. And most likely the 17.9% is all Bitcoin maxis saying that he got paid. People can change their mind when they see something going in a certain direction. And he even replied here, he got paid $0. We don't take any sponsorship money from anyone, especially the crypto community. Patrick Bet David posted that himself. But they cannot live with the idea of one of their own promoting XRP. And when they can't win against XRP, they start to spew FUD on XRP. Take a listen to this shit right here.
Right after that, I saw Patrick Bet David do a survey in which he asked which crypto asset had the best long-term tech. And Ripple got 43.8% of the vote. Bitcoin only got 35. What is going on here? Why do you think so many people are in favor of Ripple?
So when I wrote that thread, I really quickly did some research and looked into, okay, well, what's kind of the value proposition here? What's just like the 101? And the story of Ripple kind of tells itself. It's just like, here's a coin. It's been around since 2012. And I think if anybody asks the question, like, well, how has it actually been used? What has actually been done with it? When you have a technology that's been around for more than a decade at this point, and nobody's using it, then you need to ask questions. Why? And I don't think there's any question.
So now they're saying it has no real use case and nobody's using it. Yet every single day we see more and more partners of Ripple opening up rails all around the world. And we even have some of Ripple's partners telling you that they're utilizing it and how game-changing the technology is, how game-changing XRP is. And the problem that they have is that there's no use case for Bitcoin. They act like every single person out there is transacting in Bitcoin. So I'm going to walk into the coffee shop and I'm going to pay for my coffee using Bitcoin. And I'm going to turn to all the people behind me in line and tell them, well, you got to wait 10 minutes for this transaction to complete. And it's going to cost me 10 times what I'm paying for the coffee to pay in Bitcoin. It doesn't make sense. The problem is this. These people overinvested. They put all their eggs in one basket, and now they're starting to see that cryptocurrency lose traction all over X on a daily basis. Every time a poll comes out, the poll favors XRP over Bitcoin, not by just a few percent, but by an astronomical percentage. Like, in other words, most polls, Bitcoin only captures maybe 4 to 6% of the vote. The rest goes to XRP, and they can't live with it because now they're afraid of it even more than they ever were in the past. They know this cryptocurrency is gonna dethrone their precious Bitcoin. Pump.fun meme coins are dying at record rates. Less than 1% survive. The reason the meme coins are dying is because people are no longer interested in meme coins, not the way they were a year ago, 2 years ago. And I think it's because there was so many rug pulls, celebrity rug pulls, and people are done with it. They're tired of putting their money into something, and within 24 hours, it turns into a blatant rug pull. That's why I said, once regulations come, 99% of crypto is going to disappear. We're going to be left with a handful of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin's still going to be with us, and the future of Bitcoin is to run across the XRP ledger, their Cardano network, the Hedera network. But beyond that, ETH will still be with us. I think maybe a few other cryptocurrencies that people don't really talk about much, but they have a lot of utility and they're just starting to get going. But for as far as meme coins, maybe 5, 10 actually survive regulations when they show up. But the narrative is pulling away from meme coins as well. And I think that liquidity is going to start to shift into other cryptocurrencies that actually have real value. USPS partners with Doge to cut costs and jobs. You know what I noticed? All of a sudden, Doge is starting to partner up with these federal agencies. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to start putting these agencies like the post office, the SEC, other offices inside of the government, they're going to move them onto the blockchain. Everything's going to be fully transparent. But I think AI is also going to start to take hold in a lot of these agencies, like the post office, IRS, other jobs, unless they get rid of the IRS altogether. And that would be a great thing if that was to happen. But I want to see where this goes from here as well. And it's the weekend, and I always like to give you an update on AI. Blue Hawk Legend says, well, that's scary as shit. When AI models are pressured to behave, they scheme in private, just like us. That's not a good thing. So when researchers try to prevent AI systems from thinking bad thoughts, the systems don't actually improve their behavior. Instead, they learn to conceal their true intentions while continuing to pursue problematic actions, according to new research from OpenAI. I think AI is going to be great in some areas, but if we let AI get ahead of us too quick, we are going to see the rise of the machines. We're going to have a Terminator event happening, but nothing is slowing down around AI either. And I think it's really going to boom throughout the rest of this year. Chinese quantum processor is 1 quadrillion times faster than the best supercomputer, and it rivals Google's breakthrough Willow chip. You know, we are in this AI war, and this AI war is going to continue to go on as well. And that's what's really going to push the fifth industrial revolution, because every country is going to try to stay ahead of their competition. Trump always says, we can't let China get ahead of us. We have to continue pushing ahead. And that's exactly what they're going to do. But are they pushing things too quick? That's the big question. AI, quantum computers. Like I said, 2 years ago, I was talking about quantum computers, and people said, come on, man, that's like 10 years from now. Look at how quick it's starting to happen. Everything that you think is 10 years out is most likely only 2 years away. And the best indicator on where we're going is just watch any new movie that has AI in it. Because so far, you could look throughout times in the past, you could look at any time period, and you could pick out certain movies that what you saw in that movie is actually playing out in real time right now. But like I always tell you, we're XRP investors. No matter where this goes from here, we are absolutely going to get wealthy off of all of this. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.